सूर्यकोटि संप्रभ निर्विघ्न कुरु मे देव sarvakaryeshu sarvada. The essence of this mantra in praise of Lord Ganesha lies in its vibrational energy, believed to align with universal forces. It invokes blessings for removing obstacles and ensuring the success of the meeting, symbolizing divine support and smooth progress in all our endeavors. Namaste and good afternoon, distinguished guests, respected faculty, esteemed colleagues, and dear friends. It is my distinct pleasure and privilege to warmly welcome you all to the APIS ISPE Joint Meeting 2024, the 13th Biennial Scientific Meeting, co-hosted by the Asia Pacific Pediatric Endocrine Society and the Indian Society for Pediatric and Adolescent Endocrinology from 2nd to 5th October 2024 at the Yashobhumi India International Convention and Expo Center, New Delhi. This is indeed a momentous occasion as we host this scientific meeting in India for the very first time. The significance of today is further heightened as we celebrate 2nd October, the birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, a global icon of peace, justice, and non-violence. As we convene here for this important scientific event, let us honor his legacy by fostering knowledge, collaboration, and a shared commitment to improve the health of our children. We look forward to an enriching exchange of ideas, knowledge, and a heartwarming showcase of our country's vibrant cultural heritage. To officially begin our proceedings, I am honored to invite Dr. Rajesh Khadgawat, Professor, Department of Endocrinology at All India Institute of Medical Sciences, New Delhi, and Organizing Congress Chairperson of this scientific conference. Sir, to kindly accompany Professor Maria Craig, Professor, Pediatric Endocrinology at Westmead Children's Hospital, Sydney, and President of Asia Pacific Pediatric Endocrine Society, onto the dais. Please welcome them both with a warm round of applause. Next, I humbly request Dr. Anju Seth, Director, Professor and Head, Department of Pediatrics at Lady Hardinge Medical College and Kalavati Saran Children's Hospital, New Delhi. Ma'am is also the Organizing Congress co-chairperson of this scientific conference. Ma'am, to kindly accompany our esteemed chief guest for today, Dr. K.N. Agarwal, a renowned figure in the field of pediatric endocrinology. Let's welcome them all with our heartfelt applause. Next, I am pleased to invite Dr. Ahila Ayavu, Senior Consultant Pediatric Endocrinologist from Coimbatore and President of ISPE, to kindly join us on the dais. Madam, to kindly accompany Dr. Noriyuki Namba, Professor and Chairman of the Division of Pediatrics and Periodontology from Osaka, Japan, and Chairperson of the Scientific Committee, APIS. Please welcome them both with a round of applause. Next, I request Dr. Rakesh Kumar, Professor, Pediatric Endocrinology and Diabetes Unit at the Advanced Pediatric Center, Postgraduate Institute of Medical Education and Research, Chandigarh, and Secretary of ISPE, as well as Organizing Secretary cum Licensing Officer of APIS, to kindly join us on the dais. Sir, to accompany Professor Shaila Bhattacharya, Senior Consultant Pediatric Endocrinologist from Bangalore. Let's welcome them with a warm applause. Last but not the least, I invite Dr. Ravindra Kumar, Head of the Neonatal Division and Pediatric Endocrinology at Hindu Rao Hospital, New Delhi Municipal Corporation Medical College, Delhi, and co-organizing secretary of this conference to kindly come forward and join us on the dais. A warm round of applause for all our distinguished guests. Thank you for joining us. To start, I invite Dr. Rajesh Khadgawat to kindly address and give us a welcome to the distinguished guests for today's conference. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon. Greetings from Delhi, India. Welcome all dignitaries sitting on the dais. Chief guest of today's function, Dr. K.N. Agrawal, Dr. Maria Craig, President, Asia Pacific Pediatric Endocrine Society, Dr. Ahila, President, Indian Society of Pediatric and Adolescent Endocrinology, Dr. Noriyuki Namba, Chairman, Scientific Program Committee, Dr. Sheila, AP's Council Member from India, Dr. Anju Seth, my co-organizing chairman, and Dr. Rakesh, organizing secretary for this, and Dr. Ravindra Kumar, co-organizing secretary for this aspect, AP's 2024. And all esteemed speakers, chairperson, and distinguished delegates. On behalf of organizing committee, it's my privilege to warmly welcome you AP's 2024, a premier international conference being held in India for the first time. We express our sincere gratitude to the AP's Executive Council for giving us this opportunity. This meeting has been planned in a hybrid mode with online participation from over 50 delegates from many countries. Till now, apart from the spot registration, we have total 342 delegates who have registered for the event, representing over 23 countries. The scientific program of the event has been meticulously planned by Central Scientific Committee of APs, led by Chairman Professor Noriyuki, and after much discussion with all members, the program has been finalized. In the last organizing committee, including all members, they have worked hard to make this event a grand success. I extend my gratitude to all members of the organizing committee for their sincere and tireless efforts. Again, welcome you all to AP's 2024, jointly organized by the Asia Pacific Pediatric Endocrine Society and Indian Society for Pediatric and Adolescent Endocrinology. And let the conference begin. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As we embark on this new beginning, we seek the blessings of the Almighty. I respectfully invite all the dignitaries on the dais to come forward for the traditional lime lighting ceremony, a tribute to Ma Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge. With humility, we pray for her blessings to guide us with wisdom and illuminate our path. May this light dispel the darkness of ignorance and inspire us to pursue our endeavors with clarity and purpose, striving to make the world a better place through the pursuit of knowledge.
Saraswati Mahabhadra Mahamaya Varaprada Shri Prada Padma Nilaya Padmakshi Padma
Following this sacred invocation, I kindly request everyone to take their places on the dais. Thank you. To begin this auspicious occasion, we are honored to have Professor Maria Craig, President of the Asia Pacific Pediatric Endocrine Society, to deliver the inaugural address. Madam is a highly esteemed leader and researcher in the field. Ma'am has been instrumental in advancing pediatric and adolescent endocrinology, not only in Asia Pacific region, but across the globe. Ma'am, please.
Thank you very much. I'm not going to give a long speech, but it is such a pleasure to be here, to see so many friends and familiar faces that go back to my early years. I started as a fellow in 1997. Wayne, Paul, Jenny Cooper were all part of that culture, and then in 1999, APIS was established. We had the most wonderful meeting in Malaysia and the first fellows school in the Genting Highlands. And there are quite a number of graduates from that fellows school who are now very senior paediatric endocrinologists. APIS has really had an important role in training future leaders, and I'm very proud to have been part of it. I did want to single out a few very special people. Chris Cowell, who's not here, who was part of setting up APIS, Wayne Cutfield, Paul Hoffman's been along the journey for many years, and as a former president, Yung Seng Lee, the list goes on, Reiko Horikawa. But I think we should be very proud that we're here today celebrating this joint meeting between APIS and ISPE. We were going to have a meeting here in 2002, and it doesn't matter why it didn't happen, but I'm so happy after the major contribution so many people in this room have made to APIS and to education of paediatric endocrine trainees. And again, I'm sorry I'm not mentioning everyone, but we have finally done it, and we've finally had that joint meeting that we'd hoped for many years. There's going to be lots of acknowledgements by other people, but I do want to acknowledge the Scientific Organising Committee led by Nori. It's a huge amount of work to run a scientific meeting as a program chair. Alexia Penner, who's not here, Andrew Seth, Ben Wheeler, who's going to take over the mantle from you, Nori, Hai Seng Lee, Kenichi, Noor, Prapai, Rakesh and Vijay. You've all put in a huge amount of time helping to make this meeting what it is. Obviously, locally, there's been a massive amount of work that's had to be done organising this absolutely beautiful venue. It's gorgeous. Couldn't have expected from the photos that it was actually going to look like this. And again, the local organising committee, Rajesh, Anju, Seth, Rakesh, Rabinder and Javinder, you've all put in so much work. And I'm really proud to stand here as the APIS president and see that this meeting is actually being kicked off. We've got some fantastic speakers. We've already had some wonderful pre-symposium sessions. And may this not be the last time that we work together. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words of encouragement. We are truly thrilled to organize this meeting here. Next, I am privileged to invite Dr. Ahila Ayyavu, Senior Consultant Pediatric Endocrinologist from Coimbatore and President ISPE, to come forward and speak a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for coming to the meeting, and it's a privilege to be here. Thank you so much to the APES Council, Dr. Maria Craig and her team, Dr. Rajesh Kadgewar, Dr. Anju Seth, Dr. Rakesh and Dr. Ravindra. I think they didn't even go to sleep last night. They were here literally, I think, all through the night. Thanks for the amount of work you've put in, and best wishes for many more successes. And thanks, Dr. Noriyuki, for the amount of work you put into the academic committee meetings. And thanks, Dr. Agarwal, for coming here. Before I finish, I just want to thank Wayne and Paul for being here, and my friend Ben. And it's a pleasure, I think, and a proud moment for me to have Wayne, who's been my mentor and who predicted as an astrologer 10 years ago that I will be the president of ISPE in 10 years' time. Thank you, Wayne, and thanks to all the friends from ISPE for being here. It's wonderful. Please enjoy the meeting, and we are looking forward to your cooperation and many more meetings across the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. It's my pleasure to invite Professor Noriyuki, who is also the chairperson of the Scientific Program Committee of this conference. Sir, under your stewardship, we have thoughtfully created a beautiful program with groundbreaking research and discussions on cutting-edge topics in pediatric and adolescent endocrinology. Thank you, sir.
Hello, everyone. My name is Norinamba from Japan, and I am the SPC chair of this APES and SPE joint meeting 2024. It is really a great pleasure and honor to be here. Once again, as in the Malaysia meeting and the Korea meetings, we have put together an excellent program, and I am really proud that we were able to put together this program in these difficult times. I thank all the members of the SPC committee for all their efforts, and also ISPE for all their consideration and hospitality that we are seeing right at this moment. Although there were some visa problems with the speakers, I am sure this meeting will be a great success. And I thank you once again. Thank you all the people who have participated in making this possible. And please enjoy the great science that will be presented in the next 4 days. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your thoughts and vision about our scientific meeting. It is now time to introduce our esteemed chief guest for this inaugural ceremony. I have the honor of inviting Professor Anju Seth to introduce our distinguished chief guest for today, Dr. K.N. Agarwal. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, Preeti. Good afternoon, everyone. It's my privilege to speak about Professor K.N. Agarwal, who actually needs no introduction to each and every person present here. Born in 1937, Sir is an internationally renowned pediatrician and a scientist. He's had a distinguished career as a professor of pediatrics and later director of SGPGI Lucknow, where to his credit goes the development of that institute, development of super specialty courses in SGPGI, and setting the SGPGI on the path to the accelerated development. Professor Agarwal was also Director and Dean, Institute of Medical Sciences, BHU, and Honorary Professor of Pediatrics at UCMS in New Delhi. He's been conferred fellowships by Indian National Science Academy, Indian Academy of Pediatrics, and Indian Academy of Medical Sciences. And he's a recipient of multiple awards by various organizations, including STHR Medal, Shanti Seth Award, Ranbaxy Scientist, Amrit Modi MCH, just to name a few. He is a true visionary, far ahead of his times. Back in 1980s and 90s, he understood the significance of having Indian growth reference data, and at that time meticulously planned and carried out research studies across multiple centers in the country to produce a scientifically robust data related to all aspects of childhood and adolescent growth. All of us in this hall have actually over years learned the use of growth charts based on the data collected by Dr. Agarwal and his team. And to all of us, he is known as the father of Indian growth charts. And this data is actually served as a benchmark for assessing growth of Indian children for so many years. In addition to his immense contribution towards development of growth charts, Sir also had to his credit national surveys for preventing goiter. So there was he prepared a blueprint to control goiter, maternal anemia prevalence in multiple states, and also impact of latent iron deficiency on neurotransmitters. He has mentored more than 30 students in PhD and over 100 MD degrees, produced more than 350 papers. Beyond his scientific contribute, I've had the privilege of knowing Sir for more than 20 years. He has a very impressive personality, very energetic, passionate about his beliefs, very quick and decisive. A true teacher, there's a lot to learn from him professionally as well as personally. And we are privileged, Sir, to have you here with us. Please come and address the gathering. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Anju. Honorable dignitaries on dais, ladies and gentlemen, I am your student. I am a student of endocrinology. I wrote my thesis on corticosteroids and red cell system in Sweden in 1962 to 1965, and I did doctorate from there. I proved the structure of the corticosteroid which is required for the protection of the red cell. I landed in this country and I faced with a dilemma. If I can survive with this Swedish degree, I did another MD. In Maulana Azad Medical College, my head of the department is seated there. So, I had to write another thesis. I wrote thesis on school children's growth. That thesis worked. That thesis went to government office. And the government asked Dr. Gopalan to do the studies on the growth charts. Dr. Gopalan called me and we took the under 5 study, very meticulous study in 7 states with leading 7 pediatricians. Later, for the studies of the school children, we covered 9 states of the country on affluent children and accumulated all this data. During this period, I had a chance to meet Dr. Tainer and spend some time with him in London and learned the technology of doing statistical work on the growth data. The growth charts were prepared. They were prepared long back, 1991, these were released. IAP accepted in 2007. It is time to revise, and your team can do it in a collaborative way, as we did with other pediatric departments. I learned and I saw that wasting and stunting takes many months and almost a year to appear. Therefore, I developed biochemical tests. Biochemical tests were on red cell, on leukocytes. But finally, I came to a non-invasive test which I used in the rural areas also, saliva. Saliva, I found protein is low, arginase is low, and ferritin is low. It's simple, non-traumatic, and everybody happy. In 2016, I again was forced to read again the endocrinology. My wife was diagnosed in Tufts Medical College with panhypopituitarism. And this forced me to study endocrinology once again. And I am dependent now on the endocrinologist to run our lives. So, I am a student of endocrinology. It's an honor that you conferred on me. It's an honor to a student of endocrinology to be in chair. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your insights and words of wisdom. We are truly grateful and honored to have you with us. Thank you, sir. Now, we now proceed with the felicitation ceremony. I request everyone to kindly come forward and present a token of appreciation and felicitate Dr. K. Agarwal. Huh.
Oh, yeah. Sir. Oh, the peacock. Yes, yes, great. Yes. Okay.
Thank you, everyone. I now invite Dr. Rakesh Kumar to deliver the vote of thanks. Sir has been an essential part of the organizing team, and we are grateful for his leadership. Thank you, sir. Please.
Thank you, Preeti. Our esteemed chief guest, Professor K.N. Agarwal, Professor Maria Craig, APA's President, Dr. Ahila Ayavu, ISPE President, Professor Norioki Namba, SPC Chair, APA's 2024, Dr. Shaila, our APA's Council Member from India, Professor Rajesh Khargawat, and Professor Anju Seth, Organizing Chair and Co-Chair, respectively, and my dear friend, Dr. Ravinder, who has been Co-Organizing Secretary for this conference, and all esteemed speakers, delegates from India and abroad. On behalf of the organizing committee, it's my pleasure to express my sincere thanks to our esteemed chief guest, first of all, Professor K.N. Agarwal, for sparing his valuable time and blessing us on this occasion. Coincidentally, I'm lucky to be his student, both in MBBS as well as my MD training in Benares in the university. I express my sincere thanks to the APA's Council, led by Professor Maria Craig, to let us host this meeting for the very first time in India and posing faith in us. I hope we live up to it. The APA's Council members guided the local organizing committee and provided support through the years since we started this project way back in 2020, actually, with several virtual meetings and adjusting with the wide time zones we had in this APA's region, and I hope this conference will be as successful as any other APA's meetings in Australia, Japan, or South Korea, or somewhere else. I would like to thank Scientific Program Committee Chair, Professor Nori, who has actually curated an incredible program along with the committee members. I also express my gratitude to esteemed international and national guest faculty for sparing their valuable time for the conference and allowing us to hear their enriching talks and experiences in the field. Hearty gratitude to the local organizing committee members from Delhi and from India who have supported us throughout organizing this event. Sincere thanks to APA's office, which other name for which is actually Miss Lindell. So for coordinating and collaborating with the organizing committee members from several countries in the APA's region and tirelessly providing answers to our silliest and in fact tons of questions which we had for her. Special thanks to conference organizing partner, the NUMEC events led by Minakshi, Samrat, Prakash has been of special help to me, Shweta, and very efficient team members of the organizing managers. Sincere thanks to Team Connexin and Convention Center for providing such a spectacular venue. And special gratitude goes to the sponsors and the contributors for this conference. Special thanks to the local hall management team, who is already doing a great job, the glimpse of which you have already seen. Finally, I thank all the delegates, both physical as well as the virtual delegates who are attending right now, especially the ones who have submitted their research abstracts in large numbers. I hope you will all enjoy the scientific deliberations by esteemed faculty. research paper presentations, local hospitality, and cuisine during the next 4 days. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Before we conclude, I kindly request everyone to rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
I request all of you to please take your seats and the dignitaries to kindly take their seats in the hall. Cities has varieties of classical dance forms. A few of these are Odissi, Bharatnatyam, Kathak, Chau, and Manipuri. Today, we bring before you the colors of India in these varied and colorful dance forms. We are here to present before you an amalgamation of all these classical dance forms, creating a scintillating performance. It's my proud privilege to invite Ms. Nivedita Mahapatra and her cultural team for this performance. Please put your hands together and welcome the troupe on board.
स्वागतम् शुभ स्वागतम् शुभ स्वागतम शुभ स्वागतम आनंद मंगल मंगलम आनंद मंगल मंगलम साई बाबा दादा मगर सन स्वागतम अथ स्वागतम शुभ स्वागतम शुभ स्वागतम
रे रे पमा गे रे सा ध सा रे रे मा पा मा प धा सा रे ध प म रे सा रे पमा गे रे सा ध सा रे रे मा पा मा प धा सा मगरे सा मगरे 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 माबा
ताकिटे 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 ताकदे
सरिदा 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 पदसा
धतटे 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 दे दे
मगरे सरे माबा
त्रिगड़दा
सरिदा पदसा
त्रिगड़दा
सरे मा
त्रिगड़दा
पदसा
त्रिगड़दा
मगरे 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 माबा सरिदा 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 पदसा मगरे सरे माबा सरिदा पदसा सरे मा रे माबा मबदा पदसा दस 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 सा सरि ध ब मगरे सरि सरि ध ब मगरे सरि सरि ध ब मगरे सतं देवनिर्मितं देशं भारतं प्रचक्षते भारतं प्रचक्षते तं देवनिर्मितं देशं भारतं प्रचक्षते
ಮಗರಿ ನೀರಿಗ ಸಾನಿದ ಮಗರಿ ನೀರಿಗ ಗಮದರಿ ಸಾನಿದ ಮಗರಿ ನೀರಿಗ ಗಮದರಿ ಸಾನಿದ ಮಗರಿ ನೀರಿಗ ಗಮದ ಮದರಿ ಸಾನಿದ ಮಗರಿ ನೀರಿಗ ಪಾಪ ಮನಿದ ಮಾಮ ಮದ ಮಗದ ಗಪ ಮರಿ ಗರಿ ಸಾ ಮನಿದ ಮಾಮ ಮದ ಮಗದ ಗಪ ಮರಿ ಗರಿ ಸಾ ನಿಧಿ ಸಾ ಮದ ನಿಧಿ ಸಾ ನಿಧಿ ಸಾ ನಿಧಿ ಗಪ ಗಮರಿ ಸಾ ನಿದ ಮಗರಿ ನೀರಿಗ ಭಾರತಂ ಅಮೃತಂ ಭಾರತಂ भारतम अमृतम भारत
प्रचंड बोल मस्तकों के झुंड, आज जंग की घड़ी की तुम गुहार दो। है प्रचंड बोल मस्तकों के झुंड, आज जंग की घड़ी की तुम गुहार दो। आन बान शान या की जान का हो दान, आज एक धनुष के बाण पे उतार दो। आरंभ है प्रचंड बोल मस्तकों के झुंड, आज जंग की घड़ी की तुम गुहार दो। आन बान शान या की जान का हो दान, आज एक धनुष के बाण पे उतार दो। आरंभ है प्रचंड। करे सो प्राण दे, जो मन करे सो प्राण ले, वही तो एक सर्वशक्तिमान है। मन करे सो प्राण दे, जो मन करे सो प्राण ले, वही तो एक सर्वशक्तिमान है। कृष्ण की पुकार है, ये भागवत का सार है कि युद्ध ही तो वीर का प्रमाण है। कौरवों की भीड़ हो या पांडवों का नीड़ हो, जो लड़ सका है वो ही तो महान है।
Thank you so much to all the troop members.